you want to chat?
I know that your protocol is...
So you're trespassed, so we gotta leave now. Unless you want to be in here.
We're not trespassing. You haven't notified us that we're trespassing.
Number one. What did I just say to you? You're trespassing. Let's go.
Number one.
I don't
Number
want to
two.
arrest you guys.
You're not going to arrest us. Number two
So let's
is
leave.
that...
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Protocol
Let's
is...
go.
The protocol is if we ask you to turn the body cam off... Okay. No, I understand you don't want to deal with it, but the protocol is... When your protocol is if I ask you to turn off the body cam, you have to turn it off. And that's your protocol.
She's a lawyer, so she knows.
Well, that's lawyer stuff, so that's not true. So we gotta go.
No, it is. That's law.
I'm an AG. I'm an AG.
Good for you. I don't give a Let's go. We're going. Let's go. We're leaving.
Please don't put your hands on us.
Can you get your children out of here? Like, I don't know why.
I'm sorry, what?
Let's go.
Let's go. There are two full-grown women and mothers. Alright. Hey.
Don't do this. I'm an AG. What are you probably cause of detained me for?
You're being detained because you're not leaving.
Because I'm what?
Can you relax? Sir, she's not doing anything wrong.
AG.
She's not leaving.
I'm an AG.
She's an AG. You're not. She's not being arrested. Let's go.
I'm not being arrested. You're putting me in cuffs. I'm not being arrested.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, I'm an AG. You're literally arrested. Let me tell you something. You're arrested.
Get the hell out of here. What are you seriously?
You're arrested an AG. Let me tell you something.
Are you under arrest right now? No.
You're putting me in handcuffs and you're Mirandizing. You're not Mirandizing me. Hold on.
Relax.
But you're gonna regret this.
Yeah.
You're gonna regret it. I'm an AG.
We will get the license.
Get your hands off me.
We will get the license.
No.
No.
Get out of here. Get back right now. Get back.
No, I freaking. No.
Get back.
Okay.
All right, just go from the car.
No, I'm right here. Come on, babe.
No. Stop.
All right.
Babe, I'm right here.
No, babe, please, I'm scared.
I'm right here.
Please don't do this. Please don't do this. No, I'm not gonna put my hands on that.
I'm right here.
Let's go.
No, babe.
Listen, you're overreacting.
You're adding charges.
You're overreacting. Get in the car.
No. Babe, no.
You got 2 to 10.
I'm right here.
No.
Just put her in.
No.
Get back, bro.
In the car.
Get your feet in the car.
I'm right here.
Get your feet in the car.
Dan!
Babe, I'm right here.
No, babe! No!
Get your feet in the car.
Who the f***? Don't touch me!
In the car. You're a grown adult. You're acting like a kid.
Dan!
Babe,
Dan!
I'm right here.
No! Who the f*** are you? This is so inappropriate! You're overreacting!
I don't know how to make this video, but all I need to say in whatever best way I can is that I'm tired of seeing 10 to 25-year-old young white males not being told no in a way that fucking means no by their parents. I am tired of your little Angel, your little Cashtons, and your Kurtfords, and your Braidleys walking around 10 years old, screaming in public, and never being a fucking consequence. I saw a video earlier where this white kid walks up to some guy playing piano and thinks it's just jokes to start slamming his hands on the fucking keys while this guy's playing piano. White parents, you are raising pieces of shit. White parents, do better. White dads, you are fucking absent. Show up and teach your children to be good men. White moms, when your kid is being a piece of shit, don't tell them no 600 times in a row without a fucking consequence. You are teaching your children to be pieces of shit. If I go to the pool, I'm so tired of seeing some white 30 to 45-year-old mom more interested in taking Instagram selfies and tanning than she is with making her child stop running up to strangers' faces and scream at them. Than she is for making her 3 boys in the pool stop screaming like they're being assaulted. There's a time and a place for being loud and being a child and playing. There is no time and place for screaming at the top of your lungs like Michael Myers is trying to kill you. It's not acceptable. Your little 20-year-olds, your 15-year-olds that thinks everything is just jokes and they're your little angels, yeah, well, they're listening to Andrew Schultz and Joe Rogan and they're learning how to be a man by watching the Whatever podcast. And yes, you can't know what they're doing all the time, but if you know nothing about what they're doing, you're a piece of shit parent and you need to fucking do better, because I am tired of seeing young white males out in public behaving like their parents never told them that no had consequence. When you take your child somewhere, if you don't stop, we're going to go back home, but then they do it 48 fucking more times and you never go back home. I saw a video once where this mom was complaining that the dad told his kids, if we go here and you act up, we are turning around. And they acted up, and the dad's like, that's the consequence, we're leaving. And she's like, oh my God, I can't believe he would do this. He's such a bad parent. No, Mom, you're a shitty parent because you're teaching your kids that there's no fucking consequence. And there's too many absent fathers and too many don't make me say no again moms that are treating white kids to become predators because no doesn't mean anything in your household. You're not policing the human beings that they're becoming. As long as they give you a kiss on the forehead before they go out, you don't care who they fucking terrorize when they go out into the world. And good God, absent fathers and mothers who do not know how to make a consequence after telling their child no, do fucking better. Because I don't see this in black children. I don't see this in Hispanic children. I see this in white children 1,000 times more often than I see it in anybody else. And it's fucking exhausting. And it's going to get to the point where your kids mess with the wrong person, and there's going to be a very real consequence that they don't get to come back from because you didn't know how to tell your child that no meant something.
Alright, Shalom, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone. Shalom to my YAHAWAH and His, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this foreign captivity. This is Brother Kawakub coming at you with no lesson. Today's lesson, I'm going to go into this video that a brother had done called Edomite Fatigue is Real. And funny title, number one. Number two, that's a very honest and real sentiment, because you know this type of behavior is unacceptable and it's annoying as hell. Simply because the thing is that they don't really have consequences to deal with. And actually, that just reminded me of a precept that I want to bring out that best suits this. All right. Sirach chapter 10 verse 2, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And apparently, no, not apparently, but clearly, this is what is happening to the people, where the people are starting to become just like the rulers, where there's no consequences. Oh my God, Slocky, there's no consequences for their actions. Bear with me one moment, Slovakia. Alright, Slovakia. Basically, as I was saying, basically the parallel, or the reason why I'm bringing this out, is because the actual like nations of people, they're starting to take after their leaders, because the fact of the matter is that the leaders, they don't have to answer to any type of consequences of their actions. They don't have to face with any consequences of their actions when they do something wrong, because they've been getting away with doing stuff, being unfair, being wicked, all right, and just doing a bunch of outrageously wicked deeds. And as a result of that, no one holds them accountable, because they're the ones that are at the top. They're the ones in charge. They're the ones that make rules, and they're the ones that enforce rules as well. There's no person above them that says you're not allowed to do this, or you have to stop this, or this is wrong, or you put this law in place, so you have to also answer for it. They've been getting away with it, so then the people are also copying them and are getting away with doing whatever. All right, so yeah, this is where we're at right now, where even your regular average any-day citizen is also basically doing the exact same thing, where they are getting away with doing. They're getting away with. They think, okay, yeah, I can do this, I can do whatever and whatnot. And the funny thing is, even though this dude was talking primarily about Edomites. This is also a thing in Jake as well. This is a part of that whole what's it called, YN culture, where the YNs are also I don't know. It's just like I'm pretty sure they do know about racism and all that stuff. I don't think they're that stupid, but I think the fact of the matter is that they are going through it through going after, I think, Jake more specifically, because the thing about Jake is that Jake only ever has beef with Jake more times than not. Jake is usually always looking to start some sort of conflict with Jake, because Jake usually doesn't go to the cops, and there isn't much real consequences for bothering another Jake. All right, so as a result of that, it's not really, because whenever something, if you even breathe around an Edomite, then they can and will just call the cops on you. All right, and that's an issue. But when it comes to Jake, Jake does do the same thing, but it's not as what's it called? It's not as serious, I guess, because it's primarily in these Edomite households. It's primarily in these Edomite households where you have these entitled children saying and doing whatever, and you also have in this beginning video where you have this this one chick here, she was over here calling her dad, who was apparently there the whole time but didn't try to stop her. Like he had the whole time that she was speaking to the police, where the police were saying, you guys need to leave, and then now after the police are saying, okay, well, we're gonna have to detain you guys, X, Y, and Z, then that's when the father wants to get in. That's when the men the husband or whatever want to say, okay, well, we're leaving, we're taking them this, where all that prior to that, they didn't stop them. They didn't say, shut up, you guys are being too problematic, you guys are being loud, you guys are being this, that, and third. It's only after the police start handcuffing people that these people want to say, okay, we're getting in now. And it also goes back into what this guy was saying, where there's no consequences only when it's Slakia. I want to let this play again, this video, one part play again, where this dude said something here. Yeah, and that's good. That was good, that what the father had done, where he said, if you act up, these are the consequences, and then he actually showed the consequences. Whereas the mother, being the devil that she is, went online and said that he was a terrible parent for giving consequences to his children. All right, that is wicked. There's just Slacky. I'm not even gonna go into it. That's a whole different thing. But like, there were just so many different layers to that wickedness. I had to play it again so you could actually hear it. But anyway, aside from that, yeah, this is the stuff that we're seeing. This is the stuff that we're facing, where you have so many aspects of wickedness being pushed out, and nobody wants to actually no one actually wants to take accountability for the actions. Primarily Edom. Esau is not taking accountability for their actions, and they don't want to suffer the consequences. They know what they're doing is wrong, but yet they don't care. They're still going to just do whatever, because they were taught when they were growing up, okay, well, there's no consequence. Even when he was speaking on 15 and 20-year-olds, which, yes, that's another thing. I think it's Gen Z or something, millennials, whatever. I don't know. I don't think it's millennials. Maybe it's Gen Z. I'm not an expert on that, but I think it's primarily Gen Z or whatever. That's like, okay, well, I can do whatever I want. I'm just going to do it. The world revolves around me, X, Y, and Z. I don't know. I think it's people that was born in 2000s and after, or after 2000s. I think 2000, I don't remember. I don't know the thing, but basically after 2000s. And they are a bunch of dumbasses, and they don't know. They're primarily a bunch of dumbasses. Obviously, it's not uniform, but for the most part, yes, a lot of people are. And the thing is that all these different people, all these different things with you have where you have these all these different things where you have these people doing whatever and not knowing the consequences, because their parents didn't teach them consequences. All right, as a result of that, they think that they can do whatever they want and get away with it, and that sets a bad precedent, which again, this is also paralleled in this society, where in this society you have a bunch of people, a bunch of these higher ranking people, these elites, Slakia, that are doing whatever they want, all right, and getting away with it. All right, now let me actually get into some more precepts. Psalm 73 verse 3, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked, and there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Basically, they're not going to be in trouble as other men. They don't have to face the consequences as other men. And that's why you have a bunch of people doing all of these terrible things, like the P. Diddy party and all that stuff, and they're getting away with it. But whenever whenever a random person, a random Jake or whatever, and sometimes even a random Edomite, okay, because oftentimes whenever it's an Edomite that does something, they either get less time or they get no time, or they get away with it, and it off more times than not. But compared to Jake and other heathen nations, they actually don't get away with it. I actually spoke on that before, where I saw this Instagram post where a Moabite woman, she had gotten in trouble, and I think she got like 50 years, and other Moabite people were in the comments saying, okay, yes, what she did was wrong, but why is it that she's getting 50 years when if it was an Edomite person, they would have gotten 10 years or just gotten a slap on the wrist in some way, shape, or form. All right, and again, like literally everybody sees the favoritism in it. Okay, where they're getting away with stuff, and they're letting their people get away with stuff, and like this is Esau's kingdom. So Esau's already setting stuff up to be unfair. Micah chapter 2 verse 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, is because it is pollutant, it shall destroy you even with their sword destruction. That's the thing, where this kingdom is polluted. Okay, it's already I forgot what was the other one. It was I forgot what it was, Slocky, but yeah, this is polluted, isn't it? What it's inherited lies. Let me see if this is it. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 16 verse 19. O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the end of days, from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our father have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. I mean, basically they've inherited lies, thinking that they're the greatest people, when in actuality there's no profit in it long term. The Lord's going to judge them for their wickedness. All right, and now Ezekiel chapter 35 verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Basically, this video of this cop, because these cops were saying that we're not going to arrest you, we're just detaining you so you can move out the way, we're going to let you, I'm assuming they're probably going to let her go somewhere else. They're not going to actually arrest her because they're Edomites, but let them have been so-called Eves, let them have been so-called Jakes, let them have been any other nation of people. They would have arrested them at the drop. All right, they would have arrested them immediately. They wouldn't have given them an opportunity to, number one, they were giving them multiple opportunities. Okay, and then now over here you have these cops that are literally saying, as they're handcuffing them, we're not arresting you. So they're not arresting them clearly they are probably gonna move them away from that spot and then just let them go free. All right, like this is the wickedness where they're doing all this stuff to protect these people, and even these Edomites are fed up with their own people, but it doesn't matter to them. They're still going to protect and defend their people and let their people get away with stuff. Okay, but that's not how you rule a thing. Again, there's no consequences for your actions. Okay, people get to just do whatever they want, and they continue to ruin society. Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 17, ye shall not respect persons in judgment, but ye shall hear the small as well as the great. Ye shall not be afraid of the face of man, for the judgment is Yahawah's, and the cause that is too hard for you, bring it unto me, and I will hear it. And that's another thing where you're not supposed to be respecting persons in judgment, where in Esau society they look at the person, okay, this is an Edomite, let's give them 5 years or no jail time. This isn't a Jake. They stole a piece of bubble gum. Let's give them 50 years to life. Okay. Oh, let's just say that they did. Let's just do all these different stuff. Okay, where it's always set in order to make it so that we are never able to succeed, and we are always going to be suffering. All right. So as a result of that, this is how this society is structured. All right. Proverbs 24 verse 23, these things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect of persons in judgment. And again, as people have respect of persons in judgment, then people see that you create this unrest in this society, all right, where certain people are still, you're gonna have a bunch of people that are going to be predominantly going against the law, all right, messing up the law, or what's a word called? It's breaking the law, and there's gonna be no consequences to them, and that's why there's such a big, like, it's not safe in Babylon. Okay, and that's another thing where people, you're not able to. There's no, like, say for example in Japan, even though I don't like Japan, I hate their society, but even in Japan, what they have an honor system where you're able to leave stuff there, and you're able to leave your belongings in a certain area in public, and it will rarely ever get stolen. But the thing about Babylon is that if you leave your stuff somewhere, then it is very likely that it will be stolen or will be taken. And if you come back after 5 minutes or something like that, your stuff will be gone. Like if you leave a laptop or whatever, like that shit is taken. Like you're gone. Like you're not gonna see your stuff again. All right. And it's stuff like this that's like goes to show, like, there isn't much consequences, or the consequences are not as severe. Also on top of that, like, you have these cops, like, whenever cops do get called, or whenever cops do have to arrest an Edomite, what happens is that they say, oh man, I know this kid, he's such a good kid, even though he's probably not. All right, I know he just I don't want to ruin his life, so I'll just let him go off with a warning, X, Y, and Z and whatnot. And then lo and behold, maybe that kid did stop, or maybe that kid is still doing that. But the thing is that these Edomites get second chances. Edomites get multiple chances. All right, but compared to Jake doesn't have that same luxury. All right, so it's just like, oh, as soon as Jake makes one mistake, that's it, that's his ass. All right, so continuing on, Luke chapter 18 verse 7, and shall not Yahawah avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? And that's another thing where we are over here sighing and crying and praying to YAHAWASHI. When is this going to end? We despise this wicked kingdom, this unfair everything, this bullshit. Like, we are waiting for YAHAWASHI to deliver us, because this is not how it's not how society is supposed to be. Society is not supposed to be about favoritism and stuff like that, and people getting away with doing wickedly. All right, we're supposed to be the people. the people, and Slucky, that's another thing where you have these Edomite devils that are so fucking stupid. They use the statistic of people being of who are actually in the prison to say that so-called black people commit disproportionately the most amount of crime, when in actuality, if you actually did a Google search, you would see, let me get that, are most people arrested actually guilty? What was the wording of it again? There was it's not while it's true that a majority of people arrested are eventually found guilty, it's not accurate to say that most people arrested are actually guilty. There are several reasons for this discrepancy, including plea bargains, withdrawn charges, and wrongful convictions. Okay, so there are plea bargains and withdrawn charges. Let's see. What is the fucking wording of it? It said I forgot the thing, but basically a lot of the people that are in prison are a lot of people in prison falsely there. So tens and thousands of people are actually innocent, and I don't like this 1 to 6%. I think that is because Slocky. That's another thing. Oh yeah, here, let me get this. Yes, there's evidence that suggesting that black people often face harsher sentences than white for similar crimes. This disparity exists across stages of the criminal justice system, from arresting to sentencing. So basically, from just simply getting arrested, the so-called black people are more likely to be arrested, and on top of that, when it comes to sentencing as well, black people are also more likely to be arrested. I want to see more. So over here, evidence of disparity, sentencing length. Studies show that black individuals, particularly black males, receive significantly longer prison sentences. Slovakia. Bear with me one moment. Okay, significantly longer prison sentence than white individuals for the same crimes. For example, U.S. Sentencing Commission found that black males receive sentences roughly 20% longer than white males. So that's the sentencing first. Next, incarceration. I think this is in prison, or okay. So basically, like arresting them basically. Black people are more likely to be incarcerated than white people for similar offenses. Data from ACLU shows that black and Latinx defendants face significantly greater odds of incarceration compared to white defendants. So that again, another thing, as I had said, discretionary decisions. Prosecutors and judges may exercise their discretion in their ways. I think that is in reference to, like, okay, so say for example, if you steal, that's like 5 to 10 years, they will often give the longest sentence that they can rather than the shortest sentence. For, let's say, someone stole $100 from a store, rather than giving them the shortest one, they will give Jake the longest one. For Edomites, they will give them the shortest one, or try to find some reason to lessen even more. Okay, so over here, prosecutors and judges may exercise their discretion in ways that disproportionately impact black defendants, such as charging them with more serious offenses or imposing harsher sentences within the sentencing guidelines. Okay, over here, well, I don't need to go more into this. You basically get it. Okay, so yeah, you see all this, you see how it's unfair, and that's why Luke chapter 18 verse 7, and shall not Yahweh avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them. And this is why I said, hey, if you are an Israelite, okay, if you are an Israelite, or just in general, I don't even care if you're an Israelite, Slakia, but you get the point. Okay, if you are a believer in Yahweh, YAHAWASHI, I'll say that you should be praying and fasting for the end to come, because this is not fair. If you believe in any sort of righteousness, then you will be praying for Yahawashi's return, because this cannot keep on going. Of course, if you're an Edomite, I don't expect you to pray whatever. This video isn't even for you in the first place. But for you Israelites, I'm asking you, pray, do whatever you can. Ask the Lord to deliver us. All right, especially if you're watching this video, you should already be doing that. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahawashi, Ba'Shem, Rakwak, Wadash, double honor to the elders and apostles, great males, son of Wadbal, and Shalom.